house waiting for us to come over there. We're dancing a jig. We're doing a jig?
Clog. I think it's called a clog.
And we're learning how to be a pirate. Awesome.
Arrgh.
Yeah. Ahoy, matey. But this is Atlas, and we thought we would show you what we have figured out so far. It's a really fun game, and we just wanted to kind of touch base with everyone. We'll be doing a lot of live streams, I have a feeling. There's a lot of scariness that you have to contend with if you go out into the sea. So far, let's do a recap. We came into this server. It is an unofficial server. The rates are not super high. In fact, we picked up a stone a while ago, and we were able to pick up 2 stones, so we're thinking it's 2 times rate harvesting. We're not sure about any other of the rates. But this is Freeport. This is where you will spawn in, and it's according to the server, it's according to the map, to where you spawn in. So not everyone will spawn into this little town. So right, Steffi?
Yeah, definitely. So we have a amazing map that we found, and so we're super happy with it. And we played all day yesterday. It was like starting a exciting new game again. Time did not pass. We got on early in the morning, and the next thing we knew, it was 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. So
we are just absolutely having a blast. We're enjoying playing on this server very much. We got a lot done yesterday. We've found several treasure maps, which is really fun, and we'll show you those.
Yeah. What you do, normally you come in and you start harvesting at Freeport. It's a safe zone, and you get your levels up, and you build a raft, and you head out. And that's exactly what we did. Let's go show them that part. This is where you go. Yeah, this is where you go down here. Well, first of all, one of the most important things you need to do is you need to kill enough things to get good hide, and find your sign that says water, and that'll take you to fresh water. And on this particular map, this was this waterfall area, and fill up at least 4 to 5 water skins, because you can't drink the salt water from the ocean. So that's what we did. We killed enough chickens and things. We don't have pigs on this, but we killed some cows, I think.
Turtles.
Got enough hide. Yeah, turtles. They're difficult to kill, so you have to create your spears. And then we went and we made our water skins, and we made us a raft. Let me show you where you go to make a raft. You talk to this fella. I think, is it down here, Steffi? I believe. Yeah. Everything else is down here. We had to go up there to get our water, but everything else is up here. Yeah, here we go. This is like fast traveling, we think, where on our particular unofficial server, we have a 3x3 grid. Now, after we've traveled throughout that whole entire grid, possibly we'll be able to use this fella and travel, maybe?
He's called a ferryman, so we think we're going to be able to ferry to other destinations.
Yeah, it'll be like ferrying, but right now, let's see. If I click on that, no? If I click on, does yours do anything, Steffi?
It does not, but I think it has to do with having the map open.
Oh, probably, yeah. I guess so. We couldn't do anything with him, so we didn't worry about him. Now this fella up here, here's somebody sleeping. This fella up here, he gives us skins, and we have to go out and get gold and find treasure maps in order to do that. And so you can buy, look at all this stuff you can buy. Like here's officer's hat skin, so you can get hat skins. That's not have my folders on. And this is what we need to do. We need to get this really badly. I think we have until tomorrow, maybe January 1st or 2nd. I'm not sure the exact date, but we have to hurry and get 1 gold coin so we can get this hat, because this hat actually gives us a buff to finding treasure. And then there's a figurehead that you can get for your ship, and that's 400 gold. Oh, Steffi was just pointing out to me. Where do you see that, Steffi? Oh, look. Look, there's a treasure map. Let's go get that, Steffi, and we'll come back and talk about the raft.
Okay.
I'll let you go run get it.
Okay.
Yeah, Steffi's going to go get it. You see these out in the ocean. We have quite a few around our ocean area, and you just grab it and you put that in your inventory, and it will show you a little bit of a detail of where the treasure map is located. So it's according to, like, we are in A1 grid on the map, and I can show you my map, but
let me go ahead and
the
drop
problem
this for you.
with my map is it is zoomed
Fog of war.
way in or way out, and I can't zoom in and show you our little grid. You can kind of get an idea though. That's A1, where you can see our map up in there in the blue that we've opened. So that's A1, and so if you find a treasure map that says the treasure is in A1, then you know it's in that grid. So you can see kind of how big a 3x3 map is. Quite large. I don't know, what is the grid for official? Do you know, Steffi? It's like 100,000 by 100,000.
Something like that. It is humongous.
Yeah, so 3x3, we are really excited to find this server. Okay, so anyway, I would like to be able to zoom in. If anyone knows how I can zoom back in on the grid A1, I used to have that in my map, and I don't know how to zoom back in on that. I've tried pretty much all my keys, arrow keys and everything, to try to get back over there, but that is a problem for me right now. So if anyone knows how I can do that, I know you can do this, but that's not good enough. I really need that open, so you can see the little places that we did explore on our raft. If Steffi, you want to start talking about our raft?
Oh heavens to Betsy! Gosh, that was exciting.
Where
Boy,
is that
we
fella?
had to
This
learn
way?
how to sail our raft, and oh my goodness, we got to we did make it to an island. It took forever. Because we were learning as we go how to steer the raft.
Let me show this guy real quick, and then we'll go talk to the raft guy. You can actually hire crew members if you have gold. This is why we're trying so hard. Our next step is to try to go out and get gold so that we can hire crew members, because it takes 5 gold to hire a crew member. All right, so this is the guy with the raft. So go on with our story, Steffi.
Okay, so we got to our first island. Well, there were crocodiles in the water. There were crocodiles on the island. Zoo turned around and she was like, "What is that? What is that?" And we looked, and there were like 4 water spouts, tornado things.
Gosh.
So we ran to the island. We dropped anchor, and we were attacked by wolves. We were attacked by alligators. We were attacked by snakes. So we were like
buzzard or vultures.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. And that on my little map where you could see those little islands, that was called an intermediate map. We had passed by a medium,
beginner's.
Well, it said beginner's quest thing, I think. So I think we got a maybe an achievement or something for doing. I think that meant that was our beginner's find, but I think that was still an intermediate map.
Yeah,
that's what I wonder. Anyway,
boy, it was dangerous, and we were screaming. You've never heard so much screaming in your life. It was hilarious.
It was amazing. And we said we wish we'd have streamed, but you know what? I'm glad we didn't. It was terrible. All right, so Steffi, do you know how to get back to our? What happened was we ended up leaving that raft there. We all died and decided to die would be the easiest. It took us how long to get there, because all of a sudden our wind died down and we couldn't move. It took us over an hour, I think.
Yeah, I think it took about 2 hours actually to completely.
Now, let me show you again on my map, and see that if you see up in the very, very right-hand corner, that's where we are. And then we traveled down to that one island down in the southeast. Then we traveled to that big island. That was an intermediate island. I wish I could zoom in better. We did
see, as we were traveling to the first island we were going to, we saw a ship of the darned, and we got scared.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we turned direction And we actually went in a circle, I think, once. We almost went back to see where we started, but we figured out the sails.
I really do believe it took us so long because our wind completely died down. It's amazing how realistic it is. So we definitely will be doing a lot of sailing on our stream. So just know that. We're just not going to do it today. Today is just a general dead end? Nope. Okay. We're going to just kind of show you. We didn't want to do from the very, very beginning because so many videos have been done about that. We wanted to show you more once we've actually accomplished some things. We still are at a very beginning. I mean, Steffi's only level 13 and it's amazing. I think I'm maybe 11 or 12 or something like that. It's really amazing. We're not leveling up super fast, which I like that. I don't want the game to be over in 1 minute. And you can see it's really beautiful. And we have all kinds of, let's go show off these animals. We have cows and bulls. We have seagulls on this particular land. I think this is temperate kind of land. It's here's another cow, female cow, and look, you can see it's mate boosted. And there's the elephants, and we understand that elephants are amazing for gathering wood, and I would just give anything if we could tame one. But I have scoured this whole entire area, and the way you tame them is you bolo the elephant, and then you passively feed them wheat plants. Is that what they're called? Wheat, something.
Straw.
Wheat. It's called wheat, but they're called in the wild. It's I don't remember what it's called. Wheat something. And so you bolo them down and you passively feed them wheat. And I understand it does take a long time. We did tame. Where'd you go, Steph? I've lost you.
Right behind you.
Right there. Okay. We did tame a couple of chickens, and those were super low level. I think level 3 chickens. And those you don't have to bolo them. They're about the only animal. Those and monkeys.
They're like dodos.
Yeah, they're
except
like
they're
dodos.
a passive tame.
Yeah, you don't have to knock them out. You just go up to them and feed them passively berries. I'm getting a little bit of a desync when I run. Are you, Steffi? Are you having?
Nope.
Okay, must be maybe because we're streaming. That could be. So you just put the berries in like you do, like we've tamed before, and it took about, I don't know what our rates are on the server. It took about probably 10 minutes maybe.
Probably.
It didn't take long to tame a couple of chickens. So we have eggs, and these plants right here are really neat. You get beans and wild beans seeds. We seem to not have any of the plants that we need for taming on this island. It's really strange because since there are elephants and cows, you would think that we would have the things we need to tame, but I don't know. Maybe we need to look again. I think they do a server restart every day, so we might go out and look again today, but I couldn't find any wheat, and I could not find any rushes. You have to have rushes to feed the cows. So,
and I really think the game is as intended because I think they want you to get away from your island. Mm-hmm. They want you to find these things so that you can do these things. So they really want you to explore. So
many of the mechanics that we're coming across, that it's making us have to leave the island. So I think that's really a good mechanic of the game, because y'all have seen us play. We're very content with building our house and staying right where we are.
Yeah, exactly.
So we love to explore, and this makes us get out and explore. But boy, aren't these elephants awesome? Oh my gosh, they're so cool.
They're amazing.
Let's see if I can get that.
So
if you
real.
See how I go up to it. It says to tame, use bola. And let's see what I think it just says taming food, and I've read on the wiki, and then feed. So use bola to entrap and then feed. And I read on the wiki that it's wheat. I don't know if there is an alternative. I tried to put thatch in my 0 slot, and that won't work. thinking thatch might work for rushes, for cows. You'd think cows would eat thatch, wouldn't you? So anyway, so far we haven't been able to tame anything but chickens. We can tame monkeys, but we don't really need them, and it, like I said, it takes time. When I was taming the chicken, we were getting fiber at the same time. So, but anyway, this is where we are. I mean, you can see where we came from, back that way. We don't even need a raft to get to our house. And on this server, they have it set so you don't put down claim flags. We're waiting to play the game more to see. Let me put down my gamma just a bit. I had raised it because it was night. There, that's better. We're waiting to see how that's going to affect our gameplay, because people are able to build, I think, pretty much anywhere that they want to build without putting down claim flags. I just don't know. We're new to the game. We're new to Atlas. We're new to the mechanics. I'm not sure if that's going to be good or bad for us on this particular server. In a way, it's good, because we are able to build anywhere we want to build. So far so good. It's really working, but we're not getting to experience the flag claiming as what is part of Atlas game. So, but you might not have to if you're in PvE. We are on a PvE server. Just definitely wanted to point that out. And we don't care about fighting other people. We don't want to worry about other people getting our stuff. We just don't want to worry about that. For us, it's exploring and playing against the environment. And in this game, if yesterday was any judge, oh my gosh, water spouts, and we haven't had to contend with. Everything was close to us, but we didn't actually have contact with it, and I think we will. So that leads us to this. We're building this brigantine. I'm not sure. I am not a ship person. I think it's brigantine ship. And how you do that is you place a ship yard, and those you'd use wood, thatch, some metal, I believe, quite a bit. It's very pricey. You place that down in the water, and they say you have to have it deep enough. We tried to put it. It does go deep right here, so we tried to put it where the ship itself was in the deep. Look at that ocean. Doesn't that look real? Wow. Okay. So when you drop it down, then you have to have the water deep enough, they say, or your boat will explode. So we're crossing our fingers that the water's deep enough here. It looks really deep. So anyway, we figured out you have to build. See how this is a plank? It's called a plank. This little side right here, there's two sides here, and each one of these little sides snaps onto the brigantine. So see over here that there's not very many, and this part here, this little lighter brown part, the flooring that you walk on, that's called oh gosh, I forgot, something else. And there's 3 of those you place, and those are your floors, your levels that you walk on the inside of the ship. So I've placed those. I've placed a couple of the planks, decking. That's what it is. The flat part that you walk on is decking. So you need 3 deckings, and then you need something like, I don't know, 40 of these planks that you attach to the side. So you can see I've done probably maybe 7 or 8 plankings, and I've attached them. Like over here, I've attached several. So you can see what it's going to look like. Isn't that cool? And then you also attach these huge sails. So it's very expensive. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time to build a ship. And I understand that 3 people are able to man it, so we're hoping for more of our Mystic Mayhem crew to come in. Right now it's Steffy, Rav, and I. And so by the time we get the ship built, we're thinking a couple of more of our Mystic Mayhem people will be in. We have a schooner going over there, but that's going to be put on the back burner for now until we get we decided the brigantine might as well just go ahead and build the brigantine, because it didn't take that much more work to build a bigger ship.
Right.
On this part here, this middle part, we'll be putting planks that have holes in them for cannons. And we're hoping that somebody who knows about that type of thing, Bosco, might be joining us. And he kind of knows about more fighting and stuff like that. So we're hoping. But you put those along this outside. Probably, I'm thinking, have y'all guys given any thought to maybe 3 cannons on each side?
Gosh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, maybe. Because you have to fight those ships of the darned. So, anyway, now I want to go show you the house. I want Rav to give us a tour of the house. Rav, are you there?
Yeah, but I was so surprised when I got in game. Things have changed. It didn't look like this at all when I left last
We
night.
worked hard last night.
And we're
I have
transitioning.
seen.
Yeah, we're transitioning from wood to stone, so that's why it looks so weird. But
Nah,
this
I
is-
think it looks cool.
This is the actual wood structures that you can build. And what's really cool is you have a wall. Tell us about the wall, Steffi, how you do that.
so it's really awesome. So when you craft a wall, if you press T, it gives you different variations of the wall. So like a wall can be also a door frame. It can be a
I wonder if
sloped.
I could see, can I see that once it's placed? No, I
don't
cannot.
think so.
No. That'd have been that.
So-
well, we'll do a live stream on how to build.
Yeah,
Where this is
definitely.
today is just general. So what you do is you press T. You said.
You press T and it gives you different options of the wall. Like the railings, you craft a wall to make the railings. You craft a wall to make the slopes. You craft a wall to make door frames.
Because we looked and it was like there was a wall, a foundation, and a door, but no door frame.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. So they make different. Everything has different It's really, really cool. Very, very building friendly. I absolutely love it. There's so many different things that you can do, and it's not only the walls; it's everything. So when you craft different items, a lot of the items, some of them don't have different options, but a lot of them do have different options. So check those. Press T while you're building and see
Make
what
sure
different
what you
options
can
are
do.
available for that item.
because we do have the sloped walls, but when we were looking in our Ingrams, we didn't. We were like, oh gosh, well, how are you supposed to do that? Well, you do. And this door frame is now, is that also like stone, or do you have a separate door frame?
No, that is stone. So just like the wood walls and the thatch walls, the stone walls also have different variations. So I placed a stone wall there, and then I
Press T.
pressed T until it flipped over to the door frame, and then I was able to place the door frame.
Yeah.
Now, one thing, the stone walls have this beautiful ornate detail on them, so you do have to press Q to flip or press E to flip those, so that the pillar and the definition and the decoration is on the outside.
Oh. Okay.
So you want to be careful when you're placing, and just like other games that we've played, there is a front and a back. As far as green and blue, they are designated. You can flip them around. You can actually turn them in this game. You can actually turn them so that, like, you're sloped. If you need to fill in a corner, you can actually turn the slope so that it fits into the space upside down.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
That's
really,
so
really
nice.
cool.
So
There's
let's show
all
our
different
kitchen.
variations of the stairs.
Yeah.
Everything.
This is our kitchen. Don't judge. We have a chicken on our table. Rav, where are you? You're supposed to be giving us a tour.
And on our
Oh yes, of course. Hold on. Where am I?
Look
Madness.
there.
Yeah,
She
this is,
laid an egg, Steffi.
yay!
Rav may not know about
This
this.
is-
Let's show off this. Start in this corner, and we'll show
Yeah.
this. What this is. This is called a preserving bag, and we
so
learned
how
how
does
to
this
make.
work?
Yeah, we learned how to make preserving salt. So let's show that in the mortar and pestle. Oh, I don't have my backspace.
But what does it do? Does it make things last for a long time?
Well, it's new, and it appears, we put it in last night, we didn't know, and it appears it's not making jerky. So I wonder if we're missing a step. I wonder if we need oil. We may need oil.
Do we need the fish oil? Do you think we need the fish oil?
I wonder. That
I'm
could
sure we
very
do
well
for some
possibly be.
recipes. Yeah.
I think did we figure out that preserving it did make it last longer? I'm going to take out this meat. Right now it's 21 hours and 43 minutes. Let's put it in my inventory. Oh, yeah. 1 hour. So it definitely is lasting much longer in this preserving bag. To make the salt, we figured out you take, it shows here this little tiny box of salt. We don't know where we're finding the salt. We are getting back home and we have the salt in our inventory. Steffi got a little bit. I don't know. Do you know, Raph, where we're getting the salt?
Well, we got salt when we were on the island where we decided to get killed.
Right, but here we're getting salt. It's called pink salt. So I'm not sure where we're getting it, but we put it in with flint, and we were able to make preserving salt. And these are the items that we have open. For what you learn, the tree that you learn in Atlas, the crafting tree for each item, which is extensive, you will learn different things. So you may not see what I'm seeing in the preserving bin. It's according to what you learn. But you can make blasting powder. You can make fire gel. And I'm thinking that has to do with explosives maybe.
I have no idea.
You can make gunpowder.
Definitely
That's
gonna
a
need
really simple thing because there's coal all over the land, and you make coal
in your fire.
Or wait, is that charcoal in the fire?
You know, I'm not sure. I didn't pay attention, but there are rocks that produce pure coal.
And then you also can make a med kit. We don't know about that yet, but it looks really neat. It looks like it has scissors and all kinds of medicine and stuff in it. That would be awesome. That takes medicinal herbs. We don't know about medicinal herbs yet. So
one thing, we do think that we are getting more engram points than
I think we are.
We
don't, like again. I've said this so many times. Gosh, but we need to stress everything that we're showing might be different on your server, and we do not know the server rates on this server yet. So you also can make organic paste. And what did you figure out you needed something organic paste for something?
It was something important.
Mm-hmm. But you use fiber and sap, and that's really easy to get. We don't know yet if it spoils after you make it. I wonder. Something important we needed organic paste for. And then also another organic paste that's made out of coral. And I found some coral, but it was way, way, way down in the bottom of the ocean. So I don't know. Hopefully we can find it closer because that coral was way far.
Another one of the skills is that you can learn to swim better. You can learn to breathe better so that you can swim under the ocean.
Yeah, I'll show that in just a second. Okay, Raph. So continue with our tour. Uh-oh. There she is. Miss Chick laid an egg again.
Yay.
Janae needs to come in this game just because we have chickens.
She would love this game.
I know. Look at that. That's so fun. Too fun. And then we have a rooster up there. He's sitting up on the storage bin. So what's Rav doing? She's doing something.
I think she's putting the egg in the preserving
Oops.
bin.
Yeah, I muted myself.
Oh.
So.
Whoops.
Yeah, we had some rotten meat. I don't know if we have a need for that.
Well, we're curious.
I just put the eggs in.
Okay,
so.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a refrigerator yet. If anyone knows, is there some type of refrigeration, or is the preserving bag the refrigeration? We don't know yet. Here's our grill.
And
I mean, look at the detail on this, guys. Oh my gosh, isn't that fun?
but are we supposed to be able to hook this up to water?
That's one of our projects today. We're going to see if we can work with the water reservoir. We do have water buckets, so we don't know yet. That's something we're going to try to figure out, because if you look in the grill, you can see
there's a lot that needs water, isn't it?
Yes. You can make
berry
drinks.
tea.
So you can make all kinds of drinks. Here's hot cocoa. Yum. That sounds good right now. You can also make food. And I like this cake. But look at all the ingredients.
If we have a berry tea, we can... It says a gentle reminder that all that sometimes conflicts are resolved through peaceful means rather than through violence. So, Steffi, that's for you.
Hey!
Soothing and delicious.
Conflicts are resolved through peaceful means.
Kidding.
Soothing
Yeah.
and delicious, yeah. And that means berries and water. See, the problem is the water. And right now what we're doing, as you can see, we have all of these water skins, and so we take them out to our barrels, fill them up with water, and bring them back in. And that's old school stuff. We want to get some
Oh,
irrigation.
but you were able to fill up your water skins?
Yes, out in the barrels. Let's go show that
So
real
as
quick.
we're
Out
rebuilding,
here, Raph.
as we're rebuilding the house with
Out and
better
back. Come out here, Raph.
structures, we can
Oh.
actually put in the piping system.
That's what we're hoping. We just got started with these and trying to figure them out. They have lids on them to keep the
Oh.
water clean.
So this is one of my favorite things right now.
Yeah.
So
But
you
this,
open these.
this definitely looks different, doesn't it?
Yeah, isn't that?
Yeah.
And it's full
That's-
because we left the lids off last night because we drained the water out because we were making dye. If you look at my clothes and Stephanie's
Well,
clothes.
it's nice to know that you guys have your priorities right.
Well, of course.
Of
I
course,
mean,
we have to
gosh,
look good.
That's what, that's
Yeah,
the most important thing.
yeah.
But anyway, so what you do is once it's filled, go ahead and you close the lid.
But if you notice that it's raining, go ahead and open them up, and the buckets will fill up. And I think that's just the coolest thing.
Yeah. So see, you
Oh,
put your
in
water-
this one, it's only 3 out of 500 water, so you might as well open the lid. But what happens if? So what happens if the lid is open? Did you say that it can get contaminated, or?
No, I don't think that, but it might evaporate faster. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
We've just been closing
Actually.
them if they're full, just in case. I'm thinking that's probably why would we care about putting a lid or just to make another mechanic of they have to be open in order to catch the water. I really don't know, but this one says 395 of 500. So
And,
you can
and
see-
this one is 0 of 500.
so they
Because
they
I
are
just took a drink out of
evaporating.
it.
But
Yeah.
see, the lids were off because we left them off, so it was evaporating. But I think last night when I checked them, they were evaporating too. I think they gradually, but maybe they evaporate faster if the lids are off, or maybe it's just a cool thing. Maybe it has nothing to do with anything.
But it rains enough that we don't have a problem getting fresh water
Yeah.
at our.
If
And
we can just figure out how to get the piping to the kitchen.
Oh,
That's
gosh, yeah.
And what
I
we'll
love
do
that
is when we
getting
go on our
irrigation.
boat, once we get on our boat, you can decorate it just like a house. What we'll do is we'll take a bunch of these barrels with us so that we can have fresh water while we're sailing the 7 seas.
This is the feeding
I
trough
like what
for
I'm
the
seeing
chickens.
there.
Feeding trough for the chickens. You know, so that's neat.
Do you see that? So I put a stack of cooked meat in. That's 5 hours and 35 minutes. In my inventory,
interesting.
it's 1 hour and 23 minutes. So
This might be
this
a
is
good
actually good
refrigerator.
storage for food.
That's funny. Well, so that's the same as the preserving bag, I think, wasn't it? The preserving bag, yeah. That's interesting. That the food trough would be.
Don't tell
the devs.
Oh gosh, yeah, no.
All right, let's go finish
no
the tour of
telling.
the house real quickly. So this is our crafting room. Do you like this, Rav? We thought Rav would like this.
I
She's
do.
Big. She likes nice crafting areas.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still a work in
it's
progress.
really
but
nice.
We have room to move around, and the crafting stations are big, and they're detailed, and they're beautiful.
Let's start over here where Rav is.
I don't know why you put the seagull in here, but
Isn't that funny? So in order to tame that seagull, you need to bolo it. But does anybody know what it eats? I
Nope.
wonder.
I guess you'll find out
I'm
when you
thinking
bowl it.
fish meat.
Maybe if you bolo it, we have bolas. Go, Steffi, if you want to go get the bolas, we'll show how to do this. Maybe it
So-
might end up breaking our. Maybe it might break our
I'm
whole
seeing
entire
that.
crafting bay area.
Mhm.
So hopefully it's easy to bolo it.
Oh, so this is where you make the bolas.
Yeah, this is where you make the bolas. And wait, I want to watch Steffi. I was going to show the
And the saddles, that's interesting as well.
and clothes.
Generic saddles. It means
okay.
that there's
Oh,
Oh, it's attacking me.
bolo it, Steffi, bolo it.
What?
Bolo it.
the bolas are not reusable, I guess.
No,
No.
goodness, no.
Nah.
I can't. Well,
Mothers,
it's
where are you?
Can you get it? They have opened the modding for the, I think, December 7th is, don't shoot it, Rav.
Nah. You said friendly fire was on?
Uh-huh. Hi.
Uh-huh. Be nice.
Bolo it while it's flying around.
Can't.
No.
Oh, it's coming after you, Steffi.
Ouch.
I think we made like 8 bolas, so they're, this isn't good, I don't think. This is not a good way to do this.
Whose
No.
idea was this?
Yeah. No, I mean, the idea was good. The bolas aren't working very well.
No,
I
they
mean,
work great if they don't break out of them, but the bird broke out of them.
Mm-hmm. So I wonder if we can make better bolas, better quality, possibly.
But are you sure you actually bowl at it?
It went out the window.
Okay. Flew out the
that's
window. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and it did, so it did make damage.
Mhm.
Oh. I have to repair that, you guys. You know that.
No worries. We're just having fun.
All right, so let's go look in
Yeah.
the. This is called the tannery, and this is where you. Now again, let me emphasize: it's according to what Ingrams you have learned to what you will see in the tannery. You may see some things I don't see, but we do have weapons, primitive, ranged, and so far all we have is the bolas. So there are probably going to be a lot different things in this folder. And then you have, let me see, let me just open the folders. If you toggle craftables, no, not new folder. How does this, there we go. Did that open them completely? This will show you a saddle, a generic saddle. And we haven't even gotten near ready to, I'm having a hard time figuring out how these, I can't
No
get my
worries.
folder
I was
back.
a bit-
The
I
other
was a
thing
bit
that the
surprised
tannery
to
makes
see.
is you make all of your fur clothes. So if you learn the skill for the armor, you can learn all of your fur gear in the tannery. You can learn all of your hide gear, and we'll show you that in a little bit here. And then also, Lazu was saying there's different levels of saddles.
I just crafted a saddle and I didn't mean to.
Whoops.
I'm trying to open and I'm not able to see the, how do you open the folders back the way they were?
So, if you press the folder view, the one right
Folder
above that one, press
view.
that.
Okay, and see all I have is saddles.
Okay. So press it, yep, press that again.
Goes back to saddles.
Okay.
So somehow I've lost my weapons.
Press your folder view again.
Now try again.
Uh-huh.
No.
Try the one above that.
This is new folder.
Oh, no, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to my, I don't know what happened.
Toggle
so
your
guys,
craft-
don't click on any of
Okay.
these boxes.
Press toggle your craftables, the one below that. Now click the arrow.
Interesting. So it only shows, I like that just because right now I don't have many things in here. I don't have the fur. I wonder what you learned, Steffi.
So I learned the armor skill.
Oh, okay. And she is able to see the fur.
And I'm able to see the
we
fur.
are able to see the, it's called common hide pants. This is the hide gear. So this is what this looks like.
And it is amazing.
Mhm.
The detail is phenomenal. I haven't made the fur yet because we need organic paste. That's what the organic paste was for.
That's what we needed the organic paste for, to make our fur.
I can't wait to see what it's going to look like because it looks amazing as well. I am super excited.
So I'm going to have to learn the armor because I do not see hide or fur in the tannery yet. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
I was meaning to make some armor. Don't I need some clothes?
There's your set is actually in here, Rav. We
Steffi
made you
your
a
set.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And
This is the loom, and this is for making sails. I do have these all opened. That we'll be using these. It's called the large speed scale, I believe, is the one we're going to be putting on our brigantine. But you can see there's all kinds of, there's medium handling sails, medium speed sails, so you can outfit your boat if you want speed or if you want weight. If you want to be, like there's a small weight sail, and it shows to be on a raft. I don't think I want to ever go on a raft again.
Never say never.
Well, that's true. Never say never.
Is this really the correct armor you want me to wear? I mean,
she made it for you.
If you don't have to wear it.
You don't have to wear it.
It's kind of hot, so.
It looks fancy, doesn't it?
Isn't it awesome?
In fact, Steffi and I took ours off and put it up in our closet because we felt too fancy. We said, this is our work clothes that we have on. What we have on is the primitive cloth, just the regular cloth clothes you get out of fiber. Yeah. So we went up in our closets and put away our fancy clothes. But over here is the storage. They've done such amazing detail. Isn't this cool?
Mm-hmm.
And then the smithy is full of stuff you can do. And again, it's what you've learned.
And that's where most of your building things are.
So far, we've used this smithy a lot. Like here's the miscellaneous. You can have a bucket, and I understand you take a bucket, put it on a cow, and the cow will give you milk.
Wow.
Ooh.
And then this is a lantern. We need to do some of these, but we need more oil. And that shows a little picture of oil. We have gotten fish oil, but the picture doesn't look like that little oil picture. So we have.
But could it be, you know, how some resources can be used even though they say something else?
Has anybody tried putting fish oil in yet? We could try that. Then there's your shovel, and you'll need that for digging up the treasure. There's a spray painter, so we can actually spray our structures. Here's the spyglass. It's got a 1+, but it's got a 1-. We like them, but we don't like them. I don't think I have mine on me. Let's see if there's one in here. No, I think it's in that other thing. I can show you that in just a second. And then there's a water jar, but it looks like a pitcher, but we're thinking it's a little bit better than a water skin that would hold the water a lot longer. And then of course you have your climbing pick too. We're interested in trying those out. So anyway, then this is the forge, and this is where you make your ingots. One thing we're excited about is that we haven't had to burn metal to make our bottom line metal weapons, the pick, the hatchet. You make them in your inventory, right? No? You make them in the smithy, but you don't have to.
It's just like raw ore. You don't have to put it in the forge.
You don't have to use ingots to make your first metal tools.
Yeah.
So this is, it shows in the forge you can make 10 ingots, silver, iron, iridium, copper, and cobalt. So, and that's again why we need a ship, because we can't find hardly any of those resources on this little area where we are. We are on a starting area. It's all super easy. We don't even have any danger outside at all. Some of the lands that we first tried, there were bears and hogs and snakes and spiders. And we had a little bit rougher time of starting over. This starter area has been super easy. We really love it. It gave us a chance to be able to figure things out without completely getting destroyed in the first 5 minutes. So here's the little stairway. Steffi said there are different ways you can do your stairs. And Steffi's fixed us up a little rooms for our different beds, our different closets. She made a little area out here where you can go and I was going to grab my spyglass. Let me do that real quickly. Out of I wonder which, I know what storage bin it was. This one, I think. Is it in this storage?
It is.
You have to show the super comfortable beds.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we need mattresses. here's a bunch of things that we have already made, and here I can show the map. Let me see if I can find one where there's an A1. If you look in the box up there, it says it guides you to a hidden treasure when placed in your item slot, which you can use a shovel to dig for in region A3. So the region is where you need to pay attention. If I look, that says A3. We'll just go along here. Here's A1. Okay, so here's one we could look at. You put it down in your toolbar. Let me go ahead and get my spyglass, and I'll show you that also. Oh gosh, it's dark. Let's do the spyglass real quickly. So what you do is you put it in your toolbar. I'll press 4, and you can actually right click and see the +1 for me is you can zoom in. I'm very, very happy about that you can zoom in. The +-1 is the fact that it's giving us that, what would you call it, beveled look, I believe. And I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe it's more realistic to looking through a spyglass. I don't know that I've ever looked through a real spyglass. But if I have had my druthers, I would ask the devs to not have that, because it really limits your actual viewing area to me. It just, and it kind of makes you a little bit crazy when you look at it. But I love in fact, I'll give them +10 for the zoom. -1 for the bevel, +10 for the zoom, because you can see the cow over there. It's level 9. You can see quite a distance, but the beveling gives you limited, because that cow walked out of my view pretty quickly because of the bevel, see? So hopefully, maybe they'll change that back, but I don't imagine they will. So either you're going to love the beveling or you're going to hate it, probably. Anyway, that's the spyglass. It's awesome. And then let's go, if I click number 5, it'll bring up my treasure map. Let's see, let's go a little bit of gamma. And you can see it brings up your regular map, your big regular map. And this is where I really wish my map was zoomed back in onto those little islands. I can't figure out if you use your plus and minus. That's how I zoomed it out. And see, you can zoom it in, but I don't know how to get it back over plus and minus on my number pad to clarify.
So you have your map zoomed out and can't zoom
I
in.
can
I
zoom
have
it
mine.
in, but it won't go back onto A1, to A1 grid. That's what I'm having. And
I can't zoom my map out.
It's
for some
probably your
reason.
keyboard bindings, Rav, because it's the plus and minus
Yeah.
on my number pad.
Yeah,
That's how I zoom.
it
I
does.
can zoom it way in, but I can't move where I'm zooming. It zooms it into the very center of the map. So that's regrettable, because if you look at my treasure map in my right hand, you can see that it shows an actual map of an actual little area of land. And if it shows it in A1 grid, so we know it's up there in that right hand corner. But if I could zoom in on my A1 grid, I could actually look for this little map section, and we could go over there. But Rav, guess what? I was reading about it, and we definitely have to prepare more, because let's see if I can get out of that map. I don't remember how to get out of the, okay, click number 5, I think. Yep, click number 5, and it got me out of it. Let's click, well, that got me back in, but I've got my spyglass. Click number 4, and we're out. Okay. Anyway, we can't go get treasure. We were all excited yesterday. We were like, oh gosh, we have a treasure in grid A1. Yeah. We can go go get this treasure. I was reading, and when you find your treasure, you're going to get some kind of beam or something, and it's going to show you where to dig. So that sounded simple enough. So then, though, when you dig the dirt to get your treasure, these dead things come popping out.
Skeletons, and
you have to kill them. So we aren't ready. We need some guns.
Yeah,
we need guns and bullets and whatever we can do to kill those things. So we have a lot of work to do, guys. I think we're going to end the stream here, because we have so much work to do. I'm just itching to get out there and start chopping more trees and gathering fiber and all that stuff. So I guess we could end it by doing a jig. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. I don't know where Rav went. she's
Oh
she's
no,
probably working.
I'm not
She's
good at
busy
dancing.
working.
She's not good at dancing. Oh, wait, before we end, I wanted to explain to people, you are fixing the roof.
Yes. Please don't judge my building skills. I'm working on it. It just needed to fill some holes temporarily while we logged off last night.
Yeah.
I'm going to be completely redoing the wooden structures with stone, but we want to build our ship first. We really, really want to get going. So
Yeah, I really kind of like having it partial wood and partial stone. It kind of, the whole entire stone kind of looks stark. You know, it gives it a little bit of warmth. So we might keep some of it wood.
we might keep some of it, but we need to enlarge. We've figured out that we need to enlarge the kitchen. We need to do our pipes.
Yeah.
So it will probably by the next stream it'll all be changed.
Yeah. Well, and two, once we get our ship, we may decide we want to build
Live on another
somewhere
island.
else.
Exactly.
So we really need a little bit of danger, I think, and we need to tame a bear. I want a bear. Everybody who knows me knows that bears are my favorites.
I want an elephant.
Yeah, we want an elephant too. So we need to find wheat. We need to find rushes.
Yeah.
Bears take honey. We need to find honey.
So we need to get moving.
Yeah, we need to get moving, and we are moving. Oh ho ho! Let's see, how do you say it? Yo ho ho, matey. Let's end
And
the
a bottle of
stream.
rum.
Yeah, we
Root
appreciate
beer.
each and every one of you so very very much, and
We're not pirates.
we may stream again tonight. Well, I don't know. We're on holiday, so with New Year's Eve. Oh, Happy New Year, everybody!
Yeah,
in case we
Happy
don't
New
see you,
Year.
but we probably will stream again tonight.